My next guest was one of the big winners last weekend at UFC Winnipeg, getting it done in the first round against Jamie Siraj. It is John Yannis joining me here on the program. John, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I feel good today. Woke up, blessed. Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, and we're a couple days removed from that big win. How you feeling about the performance? You don't get paid by the hour. That was a pretty incredible finish there.
Yeah, I feel good. I'm home. Over the past weekend, I went out there. I was on a mission. I feel like, in a way, the mission's complete as far as this fight goes, and I'm just excited about what I did. I know who I am, what I can do. So I'm just excited for what opportunities that fight got me for sure.
And take me through getting the fight, because I know for both of you it was short notice. Like, did you when did you find out? How close to the fight did you end up accepting it?
I think it was probably around 8 to 10 days,
Okay,
something like that.
nice.
8 to 10 days out from the fight. I had been, hitting up my manager for some time, asking, like, just letting them know I'm ready. Like, whenever I can get down to my weight class, something comes up, let me know. I'm gonna be training. So I was out in Houston for a few weeks already, training out there at War Training Center, and then I got asked, I got told about the Jamie Siraj fight, that the UFC signing him, and uh, we got a fight. So yeah, I was pleased with how everything went down. I was ready, and I just knew that I just needed one more shot to show what I could do at 135.
Yeah, 100%. And then obviously you're fighting in Canada and Winnipeg. I imagine, was that your first time going to Canada?
Yeah, that was my first time in Canada, my first time out there. And what made it so much of a good time, man. The people were nice. The weather was crazy cold, but it was a good experience. And overall, like, my gift and my abilities to fight, and just all the grind, all the hustle, all the hard work got me to a big stage like that, fighting in another country, representing my country, representing my side, my people, where I'm from. And I'm glad to represent it that way, and I went out there and got it done.
Yeah, and just last thing, pre-fight, did you know you were like a plus 215 underdog going into the fight? Did you know about the odds?
Man, I honestly don't even pay attention to any of that. I feel like I get slept on. I get slept on, and I've been slept on my whole pro career, and I've always been the underdog, and I think every single one of my fights. But man, it just makes every victory even more sweeter, because nobody believes in me like I believe in myself. So I don't really worry about that. I'm not tripping on the bettors or how they want to see fights going on. At the end of the day, another fighter's getting locked in the cage with me too. So I bet on myself every single time.
Anything about Jamie surprised you in the fight that you weren't expecting?
No, I just heard he was really he was really jiu-jitsu heavy, and he will pull guard. So we were kind of expecting him to, like, look for a shot. We figured he'd be really maybe aggressive early on to get a takedown.
Mhm.
Uh, but I just game plan to keep a solid distance, use my feints, technically be ready for those shots to come, and just to attack in those kind of in between moments of where those shots can happen. So, man, I'm just pleased with how the performance went, and I couldn't ask for a better, like, introduction to the weight class that I'm in. So
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it was a great performance. Did you get to celebrate after the fight? Take me through after, because you were the first fight of the night. That's one of the benefits, is you get to enjoy the rest of the card.
Yeah, that was good. I was able to get the job done, and as soon as we got to the fighters' hotel, I was ready to go eat a burger, have a couple drinks, and just in victory, talk it over with my coaches, everything that I gave to the sport, everything that I gave to this fight camp. I just knew that I was going to be able to peak and show a peak performance for sure. So was just able to hang out with my coaches, share a burger, eat a coke, drink a coke and eat a burger, and it was just a good time. So a couple people recognized me from watching the fight, and they congratulated me. The Canadians were cool. It was all love. It was all respect. It was cool.
Did you talk to Jamie at all after the fight, or you didn't get a chance?
No, I didn't get a chance to talk to him. I mean, after we did a quick media interview, yeah, I got onto the shuttle back to the fighters' hotel, and was just looking for the next meal, bro. That's it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it looked like you came out relatively unscathed. When do you want to get the next one? Obviously, a bit more notice than 8 days, right? I would assume.
Man, I want a full camp. Like, I
Yeah.
truly believe that with a full camp, like me knowing who I'm gonna fight, um, I truly believe after what I just displayed against Jamie is I'm a dangerous guy at 135.
Yeah.
I have faith in my boxing. I have faith in my takedown defense. I have faith in a proper in my weight class with a proper fight camp. I feel like there's interesting fights out there for me. Um, Even on the regional scene, I was used to fighting 4 to 5 times a year. So activity is what I want. Uh, I'm just like I said. I'm grateful about how the whole week, the fight week went. I'm grateful about how just uh I just persevered and endured through the wait of 8 months, learning the loss from the loss, and got the lesson, ran with it, stayed in the gym, stayed training, stayed focused, and knew what I can do at 135. So um yeah, I hope I woke the fans up. I'm sure they're gonna want to see some more violence, and I know there has to be some names out there that the UFC matchmakers see, and we can make happen for sure.
Is there any names you have in mind, or is still going to leave that up to the coaches and the management?
I'll leave that up to the coaches and the management, but as long as I get a full camp, I would love a striker, somebody that feels like they can uh, go in there, step in there, put on a show. I want to. I feel like for the past couple of years, I've been fighting either real jiu-jitsu heavy guys or real wrestling heavy guys, and to have another striker would be a fun time because we know if somebody's shooting, then we're probably gonna put on a good show because somebody's hurt.
Yeah. No, well said. And how much do you feel like, you being able to seize this moment had to do with who you fought on the regional scene? Like, you had a tough schedule. I was looking at your record. You fought Mo Miller earlier in your career. Mo was obviously someone that was sort of highly touted. You took out Nick Aguirre, who was in the UFC. Like, how much being battle tested did that prepare you for this moment where you get the call and you're like, I'm ready to go and I'm going to go win this fight?
Well, just to put it this way, I mean that was my 14th pro fight, and,
Yeah.
and I think out of like 15 or 16 fights total, like scheduled, maybe two or three of them were probably in my favor,
Right.
maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm always like understanding people want to bet against me. I'm the 2-1 like underdog all the time, or I'm supposed to lose to this guy, and it's like people who don't know me
Mm.
expect me to just be a loser or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I believe in myself and I bet on myself every single time. So at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. We're getting inside that cage. You're getting in there with me. It's in contract and I'm getting in there with you. 135. I'm dangerous. I'm ready. I'm hungry. I'm not injured. Uh, I'm willing to a full camp. I know there's some good fights out there we can make happen, and I'm just excited to be in the position that I'm in, and an introduction to the weight class is definitely didn't disappoint, and I'm just pleased with how just everything went.
There's two really big fights in your weight class that are coming up. One they just actually announced today. You probably don't even know about, but we'll get to the first one. What do you make of the Sean O'Malley and Aiemann Zahabi fight? Who do you see winning that fight on the White House card?
Oh man, I like Zahabi, man. I like Zahabi. Once again, O'Malley's representing the U.S. It's gonna be a fun fight. I like Zahabi's like inside pocket work. He can really close the distance, and I see Sean, really using a lot of his footwork and just doing what he does with his 1-2s and striking quick, getting in and out, circling. It's gonna be a good fun fight, and I'm gonna be tuned in for that too, for sure. It's gonna be a fun night.
Okay. Pulling for the American, though, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and they just announced it maybe like an hour ago. Looks like Cory Sandhagen's going to be rematching Mario Bautista in your weight class on that International Fight Week card. Who do you see taking that?
Man, Cory Sandhagen is a killer. He's a killer. I'm gonna go with Cory Sandhagen.
Okay, there we go. And who do you think should fight for the title next? Because some people feel like, Merab's earned it with his title defenses. He should get to one more crack at Yan. Some people feel like, Umar is coming off a win. How, that would be a fresh matchup. Like, just as someone who's in the division, what would you like to see next for Petr Yan for his title defense?
Man, I like what Merab did, but with them, having to fight a few times already, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's something that the fans would love to see happen again. But I think as far as like work being put in, Merab was really chasing after history with so many title defenses in 1 year. So like he dared to be great, he dared to do that. But I felt like whenever I was watching kind of how that ended, um, I remember just even leading up to that fight and just thinking like, man, this guy has to be feeling it on his body, like to do camp after camp after camp. Like, yes, that's Merab, he's the machine, but man, at the end of the day, you're stepping in there with Petr Yan. You know, Petr Yan is a killer, like a real technician. Boxing level, is the highest. Crazy. So I thought, he dared to be great, but I did have Petr Yan winning that fight. I'm a fan of the champ, and I'm just looking forward to watching him back in there defending his title too.
Yeah, I just think, I guess my question was like, do you think Merab should get the next title shot even though he lost his belt, or would you like to see
Yeah, when
someone
it
name
comes
it?
to work being put in, I don't think we should deny Merab of another chance. Like, I feel like everything he gave to the sport. I remember just even me coming up trying to make it to the UFC. I'm watching this guy like he's on his run. He's on his run, and all the work he put in, I think he deserves it right off the rip. Yeah, like if he wanted it, like yeah, give it to him again. That's how I feel.
My last question for you: what do you got planned the rest of the week? I know you had a kind of a whirlwind last week and week before, kind of taking this fight and all that. What do you got planned?
Man, I'm hanging out with the family. I'm back home. I'm back in West Texas. I'm chilling with the wife, chilling with the kids. I got family and friends that I haven't, seen in a while. I was in Houston for, you know, 3.5 weeks or so. Uh, I'm just enjoying time on the couch. I'll be tuned into the fights this weekend, and yeah, we're just going with the win on this one.
Love it. John, thanks for making time, man. Congrats on the win. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, shout out to MKC, my boy Tommy Guerrero out of Olton, with MKC Construction. Man, he believed in me from the jump. All the people that truly supported me, my boy Jay Long, everybody that just, my team out there, War Training Center, all my training partners, Matt Chanel gave me so many good rounds. Rafion Stotts gave me some good rounds. Everybody that just came in willing to work with me. I appreciate it. The team back at War, my extreme family here. Whenever I'm home and I'm just grinding and just helping the amateur fighters out here. Victory Combat in Lubbock, my boy Mateo Gonzalez. Like everybody that just didn't stop believing in me even in this time off of the break. And shout out to everybody that just kept believing in my grind, kept believing in me because I believe in myself. And yeah, man, glory to God always. And man, we'll just see what happens next.